I felt unsupported in my relationship for so long. And when I took the observer role, what I realized was I was telling a story and I was projecting this reality out there. I kept saying, I'm not supported. He's not supporting me. You're not supporting me. You're not showing up. And I kept seeing all the ways that my partner wasn't showing up for me, all the ways that I wasn't being supported by my partner, by life, by really everything. And I just felt this constant, I am not supported. And that's what I kept creating. And it got to a point where I was like, well, is this the story that I want to keep creating, or do I want to shift this? And in order to shift this, I've got to let go of that story, which many of us really struggle to let go of these stories because it feels so real and it's so deeply connected to a deeper wound. And when we look around and we see all this evidence, we're getting the validation that we are craving and that we're seeking. And we actually are holding ourselves captive in that same experience to experience it again and again and again. And so the question is, it's like, well, what do you really want? And do you want to keep telling the same story and having the same experience? Or are you ready to tell a new story? Are you ready to experience what deeply supported actually feels like? Because to feel deeply supported, it really requires you to come into a space of vulnerability, to let that support in, to really receive that support. It's quite a vulnerable space. And there is so much conditioning around being self-sufficient and independent and taking care of yourself, and all these deep beliefs and stories that actually don't allow ourselves, or don't allow us to have the experience of being supported. And so when we really go into this, there is so much beneath the surface. The feeling or the story of I'm not supported is really just touching the very surface layer. And then when we start to go deeper beneath that, of like, what's beneath this, we can be quite amazed what we find. And so this Thursday, I'm going to be guiding a live conversation from triggered to deeply connected. This is something that we're going to explore more deeply. And we're going to go into our triggers, because really what's happening with this story of I'm not supported, we're getting agitated by what's happening in our external environment. Maybe your partner's not doing something the way that you want it, or in a timely manner, or they're not showing up in a certain way. And these seemingly small things are poking at a much deeper wound, something that's already quite tender, and then we're getting really triggered and reactive, and then that's causing more disconnection and disharmony in our relationship. And it's validating the experience. It's saying, well, see, I have the evidence to say that he's not showing up, that I'm not supported. And we keep strengthening that story and that belief. But if you are really ready to have those deep connections and that deep connection in your relationship, and you're ready to put down that story of I'm not supported and start to see where you are supported, I invite you to come and join me. It's going to be a really incredible conversation, but it can be confronting because it's really inviting you to see what's really going on a deeper level. So from triggered to deeply connected, it's a live conversation that I'm going to be holding on Thursday evening. If you would like to join me, pop a comment below or send me a DM and I'll happily send you the link to join us. I hope to see you there. Sending you so much love.